Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day and welcome back to One Take Friday. If you're new, I keep saying what it is, but I just want people to know every Friday I'm uploading a video like this one without any cuts or edits whatsoever, so whatever comes out, whatever happens, happens. But anyways, today's video is the last one. I did like a little streak, if you guys didn't notice, 5 days of videos talking about saving money or ways to save money. And in today's video, I want to talk about 5 ways, 5 tips, 5 hacks on how you can save money on clothes. I think this is a big one for so many of us. I know that clothes used to be a really big expense in my life, and now I hardly ever spend much money at all on clothing, and I am so happy that I don't spend my money on clothes, always chasing fashion, trying to be trendy and all this stuff. I just feel so much happier now with how I look at clothes and all that kind of stuff now. So anyways, I wrote down a little list. I know it's one take, so I didn't want to forget anything. Main thing, okay, number 1, I think the easiest way to save money on clothes is to buy less clothing. And this sounds ridiculous, but how many of you watching buy clothes just because you're bored, just because you saw something and you thought it was cute, because you want to be trendy? It's just, yeah, I think it's important to break out of that cycle. I used to be in that cycle. Maybe not so much trying to be trendy, but if I would see things that I thought were cute, I would just pick them up without thinking much about it. So the number 1 way that I was able to start buying, to stop buying so much clothes or start buying less clothes is really when I found my personal style. You guys know I'm like a super minimalist with clothes. I just wear neutrals, including navy, so black, white, gray, cream, and navy is literally not mainly, it's the only colors that I own, and it makes my life so much easier. Once you find your personal style and the kind of colors and stuff that you like, you will start buying way less clothing because you'll probably be really content with what's in your closet, and most of the clothes that are in front of you won't really suit your aesthetic or your style, so it's much easier to pass on then. But yeah, just trying to buy less clothing. It's a great way to save, guys. I hope you weren't expecting like super like tips or something about like coupons or what time to buy or websites. This is just my weird thinking of how you can save money. I know it sounds kind of obvious, but it wasn't obvious to me, and I was wondering where my money was going, and yeah, buying less clothes is good. Okay, next one is to fix clothes when they break. I know many of us, if a button pops off, if something breaks, if you get a hole, you just toss it, because clothing is so cheap nowadays. It's pretty easy just to treat it kind of like it's disposable and get rid of it. But I've actually started repairing my clothing, so probably because I love my clothes so much. If something breaks, like a button pops off or a seam comes undone or whatever, I really try to fix it. Repair your clothing. I think that's kind of what they used to do in the good old days, and you learn new skills, sewing, and you get creative, and I think just stop throwing things away just because they broke. Many of the things, they can definitely easily be repaired. And the next tip I have, tip number 3, hack number 3, is to buy used. You guys know I love buying used clothing. I think it is so awesome. It is a great way to save, and am I kind of weird that I get a lot of happiness and pleasure out of going into like a stinky thrift store and picking out like a really awesome top that I love and taking it home, washing it all good, getting it ironed and folding it nicely and putting it in a drawer. I just get a lot of satisfaction like taking things that like nobody wanted or just like old and grungy and kind of sprucing it up and giving it love again. I love buying used clothes because yes, it's a money saver, it's obviously more eco-friendly, and I just get satisfaction out of doing that. But I also want to point out, I think if you buy used clothing, they've kind of already passed like the wash and wear test, because often if you buy new clothes, you like them in the store, and then for some reason a few weeks later you're like, why don't I like this anymore? Because after you wash and wear it, it just doesn't fit properly. I have found, honestly, I love the things that I buy used the most over a long period of time, because if something has made it to a thrift store, it's been washed, it's been worn, especially if you can find something really old. Like I have some items that I can just tell they're like 20, 30-year-old like tops. it's not going to go downhill anymore. Like, it's all the way depreciated. So it's kind of more you get what you get. Like, you actually get what you think you're buying. Whereas if you buy new, you might think it's nice, it might fit you well, and then it kind of, you know, doesn't fit you properly after some time, and then you have to get rid of it, which is obviously a big waste of money, because then you got to go out and buy something to replace it, and it's just not a good cycle at all. I know a lot of people don't like to buy used clothing. It took me months to get my husband Matthias on board with this, but now he loves it. He does. He doesn't really have all that patience for me hunting for stuff in the stores, but he likes it when he finds something or when I find something. So my number 4 trick is to look for free clothing. And I know this probably sounds weird, but here in Germany, I found that like the apartment complexes, like my apartment complex, there's like a Hof, you call in German, what is it called? Like a courtyard, and there's always this box there, and people put things in there that they don't use anymore. So if people have like the other day we were cleaning out our cupboards and there were some wine glasses and stuff we didn't use, so we just take out of the cabinet, put it in the box, and then somebody always takes it. So every time we leave the house, I kind of look in there, is there anything? And sometimes I've found some really awesome clothing in those boxes. So I end up with a brand new shirt, and it was completely free. I don't know, is this normal in European countries? I don't think anybody did this in Switzerland, but in Berlin, where I live, is very, very common. So maybe if there's a box like that around where you live that you've been walking by, check it out. Yeah, I know it seems kind of weird, like that kind of thing weirds a lot of people out, but I have absolutely no shame in doing that. Again, I think it's a good thing to take something that somebody didn't want anymore and repurpose it. And I think this also goes for, you can you know, have a clothing swap with your friends. If your friends are getting rid of clothes, put them in a bag and, you know, bring them over or whatever. I tend to, if there's things in my house that I'm not using anymore, putting them in a bag and go around to my friends and see if anybody wants it. You can ask around for sure. I mean, if you have a friend that's trying to like declutter, you know, help them out, and maybe you find some things that you love that they don't like anymore. And I know in one of my videos, I had some really harsh comments. People were saying, like, how dare you not own many clothing, but then asking other people for clothes and stuff. And I just think this is kind of silly. I think we're all in this together. Like, I don't know, it's not, I don't know. I shouldn't have brought that up probably, but that kind of bothered me that somebody said that it was like selfish of me to maybe borrow a dress or borrow a top or do like clothing swap with friends. Like, why don't you just buy the clothes if you want to have them? But I just like to be resourceful. And who doesn't like helping their friends? It's a good feeling to help your friends and give things to your friends. And yeah. Anyways, last thing on my list, number 5 tip is to try a capsule wardrobe. And I can tell you where you can find the best capsule wardrobe inspiration, and that's on Pinterest. Check out capsule wardrobe and you'll see all sorts of awesome things to inspire you. I definitely look at these. I was just looking at like spring summer capsule wardrobe, and I found all these graphics that said you probably are going to want like 2 pairs of shorts and 1 sundress. And I was kind of examining my closet, and then I went thrifting and picked up a few things that I still needed to kind of fill out that capsule wardrobe. So try it, you know. I think it works really well. Instead of having like 10 pairs of pants that you don't like, just have 1 pair of pants that you really like for the summer and 1 pair for the winter. And anyways, just go on Pinterest. That's the best place. Check out capsule wardrobe and try one of those out for yourself. This is kind of the concept that I follow. So I don't have like, you know, 10 black dresses. I have 2 that I love, and yeah, just keep it to the basics as far as every single item. They're very interchangeable. And I just love my little capsule wardrobe. I've got lots of videos on my clothing if you guys haven't seen them already. And final thoughts. Sorry, this is kind of darky, but I really just want to do more of these one-take videos. I appreciate I appreciate personally rawness in YouTube videos, so I'm gonna make an effort to put out more of this kind of content. But mainly, you guys, I just want to point out that you should really be content with whatever clothing that you have. If you feel super discontent like I did about a year ago, try overhauling it. You know, I got rid of so many things, and I had to bring in some new things in order to get a wardrobe that I like majorly loved. But now I'm just so happy with my tiny wardrobe. And I get that a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that must be so boring to wear the same color all the time, but it is really not. For me, it is very freeing, and it allows me to worry about other things other than clothing. And even I was talking to my mom the other day, and she's like, Sarah, I'm starting to switch to more neutral colors, and I wear mostly white, and you know, it's so much easier, and it really is easier. So I know it might sound boring, but for me, it's just clothing isn't something that I want to worry about. I just want to look nice all the time without thinking too hard about it, and I want to be really content with the pieces that I own and love and take care of them. So yes, please realize that the odds are against us in this world. The fashion industry wants us to feel like we're out of trend, so we go and buy stuff, and I just don't give into that. If I need a pair of pants because I got a hole in some, I will go buy them, but I don't go anymore just browsing and picking up things to feel like I'm on trend, because it's just, yeah, I've just broken that cycle, I suppose you could say. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed these tips, if we can even call them tips, or just a sit down kind of chatty rant type of video. But yeah, let me know down below. Do you struggle with clothes? Do you find yourself buying them all the time just out of habit and then hating them? What is your relationship like with your wardrobe? I would love to hear more about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again on Monday. Bye! And until next time, guys, don't forget, every single day you have the opportunity to take your dreams and put them into action. So work hard, be kind, make it happen.